about who's going to do what, because they needed a third person.
Okay, so you're on your way out there. Nobody's gone up to the house yet or tried to get there.
No.
And who decides at first who's going to go up and do what?
Cortez is telling Jonathan all the answers to his questions, like what's in the house, what's the layout of the house, how they were going to approach the house, and he gave the information.
To John?
Yeah.
Okay, and did John agree?
Yeah.
Okay, what happens next with John and Cortez?
They get dropped off.
And where are you and where do you stay at that point?
I'm still in the car.
Dee?
Yeah.
And you drop off Cortez Oliver and John Dukes?
Right.
And whereabout did you drop them off?
Up from the house there was a turnaround.
Would it help for you if you looked at one of these exhibits?
You want them?
Yeah, I'm going to step back and I'm going to let you, if you go ahead and stand up there and take a look at that map. If you're able to, try to give us an idea of where you and Dee Dee drop off John and Cortez Oliver.
Right here.
Okay. And where do you and Dee Dee go at that point?
Now, Family Road to come back to Ravenna.
Okay. What was your understanding at that point what you and Dee Dee were supposed to do at that point?
Wait until they called for their ride back.
Okay, you can go ahead and have a seat. Did a phone call eventually come in to come back?
Yes.
Tell us about that and what happens next.
They called quicker than expected. We didn't quite make it to Ravenna. And so we turned around and came to pick them up.
And what happened?
They got in the car and describing that all the lights were on, that he was up, but they wanted to go in anyways.
Okay, so they say all the lights are on, appears to be awake.
Yeah.
What time of night is this?
About 2 a.m.
Somewhere around 2. What happens at that point then? All the lights are on, he seems to be awake. What occurs next?
They drive around talking about who's going to go in and do what. That Cortez wants Jonathan to be the lookout in case the neighbor comes out. He could take care of the neighbor.
Were you involved in this plan?
Not at this point.
When do you become involved?
On the way back to the house,
Tell the jury about that.
Cortez kept asking me to knock on the door, and I kept refusing, and finally I just said I would do it.
Okay, so you agree at that point to knock on whose door?
Through Louder's door.
What was the idea there, Jody? What was your plan? What were you going to do?
He told me to tell him I had car trouble, I need to use his phone.
And you agreed to do that?
I did.
And are you all still in the car on Talmadge Road?
Yeah.
All right, take us from there. Do you go back towards Lowther's?
Yeah, we drove around for like 5 minutes. Everybody was arguing. And when Daryl let us out,
Were you arguing?
no,
Okay, so Daryl let you out. Where? And who let who out?
let all 3 of us out. It just stopped in the middle of the street on
Can
town.
you show us where, on the map where he dropped you off? Okay, so please stay standing and explain to the jury at this point who gets out of the car again.
I got out, Cortez Oliver got out, and Jonathan got out.
Okay, I have you speak up a little louder for me.
All 3.
With that laser, show us where the 3 of you went and in what order or body position were you in.
We went up this embankment. Cortez went first, I was second, and Jonathan was after me.
How were you all dressed?
Guys were wearing all black. I was wearing all white.
Okay. Continue from there. Where do you go next?
We was walking up around the back, through here, through this gate, into the yard here. There was a pole. We stopped at the pole because there was a dog over here going crazy.
When you got to the pole, who was all at that pole?
Cortez and I was at the pole. Jonathan was coming through the gate.
Okay, what happens next?
I go up here and Cortez stands right here at the corner of the house. I go up here and knock on the door. And Jonathan's at the pole, about 10 feet from the house.
Okay. What occurs next?
Mr. Lowder came out.
I'm going to put up a different map here for your drawing. I should speak up a little bit louder. I'm having some trouble hearing you back there. Go ahead and point out now. You are where, and Mr. Lowder is where on that exhibit?
I'm here. Mr. Lowder's coming through here.
And it appears there's a couple doors there, one where Mr. Lowder is and one where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. And were they open or closed at first?
They were closed. This light was on outside. And there was no light on in here. And then there was a light on in here.
Okay. So you are where when you knock?
Right here.
All right. And what happens then? You go up, you knock on the door, you're there. Where's Cortez?
Standing right here watching me.
Where's Jonathan Dukes?
Out right here watching.
Okay.
watching.
What happens next?
She comes through. I go in. And as I'm going around the corner here,
What did you say to him?
I told him that I had car trouble. I asked him if I could use his phone.
And how did Mr. Lowther respond to your request for help?
He just said, "Come on in."
And what happens next?
We went around this corner. I stopped right here. And then he got in front of me and went around here to the kitchen. And I followed.
Okay, and at this point, are you able to see Cortez or Jonathan anymore?
Yeah.
Okay, where are they?
Because coming through here
And where's Jonathan?
under this light.
He's moving forward towards the door?
Right.
Okay. Then where are you next and what happens next?
I go through the kitchen and use the phone right here.
Okay. Then what occurs?
Mr. Lowther standing here. He keeps hearing his dog barking, so he goes outside to check on it. He went outside. There's a thump, and I dropped the phone and went this way.
Okay.
And I'm standing here. Cortez comes in the house.
Hold on, let's back up for a second. You were on the phone and you said you heard a thump, correct?
Yeah.
And did you dial somebody or did you just dial or just pretend to be dialing?
I dialed somebody.
Somebody you knew?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
Somebody answered.
What were you saying?
I think I hung up. I didn't say anything.
Okay. And you see Mr. Lowther, you said go back out because he thinks there may be something going on with his dog barking. And you hear a thump. Do you see anything? Do you see what occurred or you just hear it?
I just heard it.
Okay. After you hear that thump, what do you do?
I dropped the phone. And I went through this door.
And you said something about Cortez and I cut you off. What does Cortez do at that moment?
He come in and went through this, into this room,
And
behind the living room.
at that point, you are now inside the house with Cortez, Oliver, correct?
Right.
Where's John Dukes if you know? If you don't know, just tell us you don't know for sure.
I don't know.
Okay. What do you and Cortez do while you're in the house?
I fumbled with the door here to get the locks undone. And he was in this room back here, getting locks, I assume.
Okay. What happens next?
I walk out this door, and I can see this light, but I don't see anybody. So I go this way, to the road.
So let me back you up for a minute. When you're standing by that door fumbling with the locks, and in the time you dropped the phone and heard the thud, do you hear Mr. Lowther screaming for help?
I did not.
What do you hear, if anything?
I could hear on this TV, Pirates of the Caribbean, and the dog.
Okay. So you hear Pirates of the Caribbean playing on the TV, and you hear his dog barking.
Once I got the door open,
What do you do once you get the door open?
I go out. I hesitated a little bit because it was dark. I couldn't see. And I went out.
Where's Cortez at that point?